All right, our first question comes from Liana Brown, Facebook VIP member. If I work out of status and I get a check for my pay, can I put my employer's name on the I-485 application if I check the box that asks if I've ever worked? I'm married to a U.S. citizen. Will this affect my case?
Yes, you can do it. Yes, you should put your employer's name. No, it will not affect your case.
Brave Girl on YouTube. Can a U.S. citizen apply for his adult son who's already here in America with his family? And how long will it take?
Yes, but it'll take, if they're married, 15 years. If they're not married, about 8 years, and we'll probably have to do a provisional waiver, go home and come back.
Okay, Mr. Tusk on YouTube. Would it be safe for a green card holder father to apply for his kids who are also in the States, but their mother included them in an asylum application?
Absolutely.
Omugabi Nsamba on Facebook. What could be the problem for not receiving a 797 notice for my I-130 and 485, which I submitted early March 2022?
Lost in the mail, slow immigration, mailed to the wrong address. You didn't file the papers right, and eventually you'll get a kickback rejection letter.
How's the way to check? Is there any way to check?
Yeah, see if your check got cashed.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Alice Thomas Golding on Facebook. My husband's been waiting 120 days for his green card interview. What can we do?
Wait more. You're going to wait at least a year.
Luis Gustavo on YouTube. I had an I-539 denied in October 2020, but getting married now. Now I have my I-360 and 485 pending. Got my AP last week. Is it safe to travel despite the I-539 denial?
Yes, it's okay to travel.
Veronica Wade on Facebook. Can my biological sister adjust
Wait. She got the advance parole through the asylum or through?
Says now I have my I-360 and 485 pending.
Oh, yes, if you got it through the
I-360
and I-485, yes, you can travel. Okay, just wanted to make sure it wasn't through the asylum.
Yeah, okay. Veronica Wade on Facebook. Can my biological sister adjust her status? She's currently here on a visitor's visa and I'm a citizen.
Not through you.
M. Wendy Gibson on Facebook. My 14-year-old niece is being sponsored by her dad and U.S. citizen wife. Her mom wants her to return to her birth country to finish her schooling. How long can the child stay out of the U.S. as a green card holder?
Less than 6 months, but if you want them to stay out for up to 3 years, do a re-entry permit.
Devai Prasad Kadri on YouTube. I have a pending I-485 and received a 485 fee waived notice. What does this mean for my application?
It means they waived your fee.
Daryl Winnabout on YouTube. My I-539 change of status to F1 has been pending for 7 months now. Case status says fingerprints were taken. Why is it taking so long?
Immigration's way backed up.
Sammy Adventure on YouTube. If someone was approved for travel documents while his VAWA is still pending, can immigration not allow him back in the U.S. for any reason?
They can choose not to let him back in if he's a terrorist, if he's a drug dealer, if he stays out of the country for a decade. But if you go for a short, innocent, brief trip abroad and you have nothing that makes you inadmissible, you will be allowed to return.
Prudence Ogbavir on Facebook. I filed for VAWA. My PD was on 01/21/22. How long does it take to get an EAD for C09 category? Biometrics were done on 15th of March.
You'll get, at the end of the summer, you'll get it.
Zongrana Jason Hassan on Facebook. If someone has asylum removal proceedings and also a strong VAWA pending with prima facie, what's the best option to take?
VAWA.
Sophia on YouTube. I'm here with my kids and husband. We're out of status. Is there anything we can do, or is there anything that can be done for the kids?
Gotta have a consultation.
Nick Roth on YouTube. Can someone with a pending asylum travel to her home country without consequences using her green card she received through marriage to a U.S. citizen after withdrawing the asylum application?
There's still consequences. You made an application that said, I have a fear of returning to my home country because I'm a member of a group that's being persecuted. And then you got married and now you're not being persecuted anymore. You feel comfortable to go home. That could have consequences.
Colonel 313 on YouTube. My brother was deported. Both parents are U.S. citizens. My father in 1990, my mother in 1999. My brother was 17 and a half in 1990. Would that make him a citizen?
No, because that's under the old immigration laws. You had to be, if your parents were married, you had to have had both parents become citizens before you were 18, or one of them, God forbid, pass away before you were 18, or they get divorced and you're living in the custody with the divorced parent who becomes a U.S. citizen. In this particular case, you had one parent who was a citizen, one who wasn't. It seems like they were married, but even if they weren't married, they wouldn't have satisfied any one of those 4 requirements that I just said. The law changed in 2000, so if it was the same facts in 2000, then yes, he would be a citizen, but he falls onto the old laws.
Oh, man. Wilfredo Diaz on YouTube. I have a green card through special immigrant, but I applied for asylum and I was denied and placed in removal. If I go to my home country with my green card, will there be any problem when I come back?
There shouldn't be, as long as your removal is off, you reopened it and you're no longer in removal proceedings. You got a green card through special immigrant juvenile, you can travel.
Elizabeth Francis on Facebook. What's the difference between in removal and deportation?
For your purposes, it's the same. Why they say removal and deportation? Prior to 1996, the Immigration Nationality Act said you were in exclusion, which means that you were prevented from coming into the United States, or you were in deportation, which means that you were physically in the United States and they wanted to throw you out. And in 1996, they changed the law and they said, well, from now on, we're using the word removal, whether they're stopping you at the border or they're trying to throw you out. But because of English language, people still use deportation because that's the term that was used for 100 years prior to the change in the law in 1996.
Avion Reed on Facebook. If I respond to a request for evidence and the received date passes the 60 days, what should be done?
Wait.
And last one, RS Khan on Facebook. I want to bring siblings from Afghanistan. My sister is 14 and my brother is 16. Do you know how long it will take for them to get here and what will be my first steps?
Have a consultation. That would be your first step, because they're not going to let refugees in anymore from Afghanistan, so we got to figure out other ways.
Oh.
Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.